I'm Michael Hurley from Stone Real Estate Hunter Valley, and welcome to this episode of Real Talk, the podcast talking all things real estate. Today's guest is none other than our own Tegan Ashman, who is our Investment Services Manager here at Stone Hunter Valley, and the ideal person to interview as we are discussing the do's and don'ts of investing and buying investment property. Tegan, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you, Mick.
Tegan, you've been in the industry for over 10 years now, firstly as in property management and now as our Investment Services Manager.
Yep.
You've seen plenty of first-time investors in the marketplace. What are some of the best tips you can provide to them, or do's and don'ts about investing in a property?
I think it's really important to investigate your demographic. So you need to research the area, research the people that you'll be sort of servicing in that area. We have a lot of clients, particularly in the Hunter, that invest in the local area, so they have a good understanding of that. But we do see a lot of investors from the Sydney market coming here, and obviously our lifestyle is different. So we're looking at people like backyards, garaging, a little bit of extra space as opposed to the Sydney market. So just things to consider as well.
Okay, awesome. Tegan, what should an investor be looking for in a property manager?
I think that it's really important to have a look at their experience. So ask the question, see how long they have been in the industry. Also, I think that it's really important to have a look at volume. So we have had instances where it doesn't really, you can have a brilliant property manager that really understands the market, the legislation. If they become overloaded, it sort of outweighs their experience because they don't have the time that they need to manage your home. So I think it's really important to ask the question of how many properties you are managing.
Yeah. And obviously communication with your property manager back to the landlord's important and in a timely manner.
Yeah, certainly. So, and also creating a connection. So if you're in the area, if you are local, or if you have the opportunity to go and meet with a property manager, so sit down and discuss the expectations that you have and what your expectation is for the management. So if you want to be really involved, if you want to make sure that you are aware every step of the way, because we do have some investors that are quite confident and comfortable in the market, so they're quite happy for us to sort of, they have the trust in us to manage their property, and then we have other investors obviously that they're new to the market and they just want it sort of to be really involved, to go to the routine inspection. So I think it's understanding sort of how you would like to be involved in the management is important.
So with that, sometimes we see investors who consider possibly managing properties themselves. What's the pros and cons with someone considering managing the property themselves or having it with a property manager?
Yeah, I think that one of the main issues that we're seeing at the moment is compliance. So there's a lot of legislation around smoke alarms, asbestos, window locks, water efficiency. So in terms of the legislation, we really need to make sure that you're across that, because you can find that you find yourself in some hot water if you're not ticking those boxes in terms of compliance. And I think that in terms of tenant screening, so we as agents have access to a lot of different platforms to investigate and research the tenants that are applying for the property. We have a little bit more control in terms of screening and understanding who's going to be living in the property, which can be really important when you're choosing someone to look after your investment.
Yeah. What's one of the things that a landlord mightn't consider if they're looking to buying an investment property?
I would have to say landlord insurance is a big one. So I think we've all been guilty of rolling over our car and home and contents insurance policies together in order to sort of save money. In terms of landlord insurance, you just need to be really thorough and ensure that you are covered for example, loss of rent, malicious damage from a tenant. We have pet damage. So just a number of different things. So just to make sure that is sort of that the policy covers you for a number of different scenarios.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Tegan. Very informative.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So thank you for joining us here today. If you have any questions or require any other information on this topic or any other real estate matter, please leave a comment below. And if you found this useful, like, subscribe, hit the bell button to receive notification of future podcasts. Thank you and see you next time.